was like, I'll go talk to her. And I went up and I completely choked. I was so embarrassed. I like went red and like blank in my face. I could barely speak. I was like, hey, Lapita, you probably don't recognize me without my zombie mask on. And she was like, no, I remember you, Alex. And I was like, yeah. And I just started talking without knowing what I was saying. I was like, yeah, no. Because like I thought like, I've usually got like a zombie mask on. I just repeated what I said. And she was like, oh yeah, well, really nice chatting to you. Have fun at the party. And I was like,
how have you been?
I've been good. I went for a spear fish this morning and got back just in time for stream.
Did you catch anything?
I did.
Bring home the bacon?
I didn't bring home the bacon. I brought home one octopus and I brought home one fish I've never shot before, but I decided to shoot it. It was, I think it's called a long-tailed catfish.
I'm so scared of you saying a fish name on stream because like the majority of fish names in Australia are racist. I'm like, don't say the N-word. Don't name that fish.
We had a fish in Australia that is now called the Luderick that used to just be called N-word. Nothing else, not N-word fish. It was just called N-word.
We still have the Jewfish.
Oh, the Jewfish?
That's real. And you know why it's called the Jewfish?
Yeah.
It has a little fucking pearl. If you crack open the bit behind its thing, it has a little like treasure.
Yeah, I mean, it's got two treasure things, and I'm like, is that why it's called the Jewfish?
I don't know, but it's still called that.
But do you know what the indigenous word for the Jewfish is?
What?
The mulloway. So a lot of people call it mulloway.
Why do people just call them Jewies?
Yeah, well, I call them Jewies.
So it's hard to even tell the undertones of it because it's just like a slang term.
But it doesn't feel racist because every single person is saying, oh yeah, you get any good Jewies? And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
No.
Yeah.
No, Jewy sounds like a slur. Yeah, maybe.
My Jewish friend spearfishes.
Oh yes, the indigenous slurfish.
Well, look, we only just got rid of the N-word fish. So
yeah, but you know what it transitioned to? It went N-word fish, and then it was called Black Boy.
Yeah.
And then it was called Blackies,
fish.
And now it's called Luderick.
Yeah.
And now it's
so
like universally.
They're not even black.
They're not even black.
Luderick's not black.
No, it's silver with black stripes on it. But it's really funny, and horrible. There's one time in my life where me and Jilly, we were down south in Eden, which is like on the border of New South Wales and Victoria, and there was a man there who just called it the N-word. He was like, you boys get any N-words? And I was like, what? I didn't even know it used to be called that. I was like,
yeah, well, that's what I had.
Strange thing to ask me.
I went up north on like a camping trip and I was spearfishing with a little like Hawaiian sling or whatever you call it. No, just the handheld spear.
Yeah.
And I caught Luderick. And it was really early in my spearfishing day, so I'd caught Luderick before, I couldn't really recognize it. And so I asked the guy at the campsite, I was like, oh, you got some blackies. And I was like, oh, this new kind of fish. I never heard of this one before. And then when I looked it up, I'm like, oh, wait, no, it's the same fish I always catch. This guy's just a racist.
He's just a racist, yeah. Someone dared to correct us about the colours of a Luderick. Luderick are generally dark green, brown in colour.
You're a psychopath? You got to get in the water and look at them. Don't look. You're looking at them through brown water.
Yeah, what do you look at No, Luderick are definitely silver.
Yeah.
Silvery, greyish with black stripes.
Anyway, enough of the racist fish.
So we did.
That sounds like a lovely morning.
It was a lovely morning, and also the whole time there was whale song, which was beautiful. Every time I dove down, just heard.
That's beautiful.
It was pretty accurate.
Did it sound like that? Because that sounds amazing. Don't ask me. You're the one who got sung to.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking sick. Didn't see the whales.
They're trying to fuck you.
Yeah, I think they were. I was getting seduced. I was getting horny in the water.
Oh my god!
But it was a nice morning. Just a good 2-hour dive, and that's it.
I had the opposite morning.
What did you do?
My morning was so fucked. I think I've just been so stressed for the past week. I had like the most terrifying dream I've had probably in like decades, probably since I was a kid. It fucked me up so much that I woke up in the middle of the night like panting, and I had to turn on the fucking night light. I turned on my lamp there in my room and just sort of sat there for like 10 minutes. It was so horrible. Then I went to sleep.
Did you wake up anxious? You were like having an anxiety attack?
Kind of. I just woke up really scared. Like I guess anxiety's. Yeah, it could have been anxiety. It wasn't really. It was so fucking crazy though. So you were there.
I was not there. I was out
You
spearfishing.
were in my dream. No, this was at 3:30 a.m.
Okay.
So you were there. We were at some kind of like holiday destination, someplace like Narooma, maybe someplace you like. Some
sounds
kind of
amazing.
Coastal retreat.
Beautiful.
And you were there, and I kept hearing the voice of this ghost from the bathroom of the Airbnb we were at. And it was one of those creepy little girl ghosts, being like, "I'm inside," just saying things to me. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm going schizophrenic. This is horrible." And I was telling you guys, and you guys were like, "Oh yeah, that sounds pretty scary," but it was also kind of funny. And you were like, "Oh, what are they saying?" And I kept like, I was telling you guys what they were saying. We're kind of having a laugh, but it was still like, I was repeating it. As soon as I heard the lines, I tell you guys, and we're all like, "That's so crazy." But I was still like really uncomfortable because I'm like, I don't want to be hearing this. This is quite scary. And at one point I snapped. I was like, you know what? I'm an adult. I'm not going to be scared of this shit. I'm going to go in there and fucking just go in there and just look at it.
Yeah, fight the ghost.
Yeah, I went in there to fight
hit that ghost.
I walked in. It was a little girl, as the voice was, and she was like looking at me, and I was furious. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing in the bathroom?"
I'd be so angry.
I started swearing at her. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing in here? Fuck off! I don't want to hear it." But in the middle of my tirade, it started getting like edited and clipped. That like I'd start in the middle of a sentence, then it would cut, and I'd be in a different part of the room, in a different part of a sentence, and her face would kind of contort. And then every single time I'm about to continue talking, it would clip. It would clip, and I would have no control over what was happening. And then one of the clips was me choking the ghost. I was choking the ghost, and I pulled back, and I was scared. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then it clipped back to me choking the ghost again, but they were staring me in the eyes and laughing, like, "Gah!" And I woke up like I don't know it's so bad. It's so bad. I woke up like just so scared. I could still see their face. Like if I closed my eyes, I just turned the light on. I was just like, why the fuck what is the point of that? I checked the time. It was 3:30 a.m.
That is horrible.
I'm just like, why?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this dream. The thing that always scares me the most...
Don't unpack it. It's just scary.
The thing that scares me the most about your dreams, because Aleksa will always be like, "Oh, I had this freaky dream or funny dream." Then usually my dreams are like, I had a funny dream. It was like I threw a tomato at someone's face. That's the detail of a dream. Aleksa's like, first, I walked into this building and there was 6 people there. One of them had a blue shirt. One of them had a tie on. Then he recounts his dream for fucking 5 minutes, just the fucking details. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm haunted. I have very vivid dreams.
My dream is me jumping off a fucking cliff and flying, and that's all I remember. That's it.
There was a point from our mod Fat Pikachu Forever. There was a point in my life where I slept with the lights on because I was scared of ghosts appearing. I had exactly the same point in my life. Much later than I'd like to admit.
The same ghosts appearing.
Yeah,
it's a freaky thing. I fucking hate dreams. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, I'm schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Only a schizophrenic person could think of what just happened to my head then. But it's nice because it helps you understand that the line between obviously insanity and schiz, because everyone's like, oh my god, a schizophrenic person. It's like, what the fuck do? You got to sleep every night and hallucinate.
Constantly. Yeah, you just save yours for like 8 hours.
Yeah, you just manage to do yours at night. Like, shut up, all right?
Yeah.
We're all there. Like,
it's so fucked. I don't know. I used to be quite scared of ghosts as a kid, and I blame my older sister for fucking me up because she liked horror movies. She exposed me to stuff that I had like no business watching as a kid, and it just like ruined me. Like I just couldn't sleep for so long. But it was really funny because I recently watched, I don't know if anyone in chat has seen, what is it called? The Craft? Have you seen it?
No.
It's like some lame, like early 2000s or late 90s, like teen horror movie about these like 3 girls who become, or 4 girls who become
you told
witches.
me about this. I did watch that. I was scared of it as well as a child.
And I watched it as a kid, but I had no recollection of the movie. Like
Can I look it up? I just want to see like a movie poster.
Okay, well let's we can swap to the screen.
I just want to see what it looks like because this, when you told me about this brought back some
memories.
Oh, so it is considered a horror mystery.
Yeah,
and they let us watch this as children.
It's scary.
Someone said, "Fuck off! I love that movie." We're not saying it's not a good movie. It just scared me as a child.
How they're hot. When you're a child, I didn't know what hot was.
No, I also thought these women were like 60 when I was a child.
I thought everyone was 70 years old. That reminds me of recently when I watched my best friend's wedding, I saw Julia Roberts and I was like, she's beautiful. Because in my head, she was an old woman. And then I saw her, I'm like, she's younger than me and she is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. But I've watched this movie before. How did I not know this?
Thank you for resubscribing for 2 months, Smurf.
It is kind of lesbian coded. But anyway, it's just a witchcraft movie. And I'd watched it as a kid and I was so scared of it. But I watched it as an adult being like, I don't remember anything from the movie. every single scene evoked like this visceral like sense memory that I remembered everything. As soon as it appeared, I was like, oh, that's when this happens. And I remember that because every single night for like 10 years, this happened to me. Like there's one bit where the witches flying through the window and start choking her. I was like,
remember that.
Of course, that happened to me.
Oh,
like,
who's that lady?
Neve Campbell.
Don't know. This girl's freaky. She freaks me out. She is meant to freak me out, though, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's not that scary in person.
Are these just the Spice Girls?
Yes.
These are the Spice Girls. Is there a black Spice Girl?
I don't know. I'm not British.
I don't even know who the Spice Girls are.
Yeah, it was fucked. Every single bit of it. Every single bit of the movie. It's just funny how you have... Yes, there is. How you have no recollection of something, but it's like such a core memory deep in your childhood that you actually like...
Yeah.
Through the emotion you felt for it, you actually dredge up the memories.
It's so annoying.
Are you guys just afraid of women? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
She looks like Alex. You're just saying that because she's got fat lips.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. I get annoyed with my dreams are always spearfishing, flying, or zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse ones are usually really fun, but it usually makes me wake up just so frustrated with how useless my younger brothers are. I'm just like, these fucking guys are dead weights.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there as well.
Yeah,
he's dead weights. I feel like there's more to unpack there.
Lucas is helpful. Lucas always helps out.
I'm helpful.
The other boys fucking suck. Oh, they're not
helpful,
good.
Right? You told me I was helpful.
No, you've been helpful before. I've had dreams where you haven't been helpful, but I've been...
Jumanji traumatized my kid's sister. That's awful. No, I think...
Here's something for you, chat, before Murat... I don't think Murat can hear me. Can Lucas hear me?
I don't know where he is.
Lucas had nightmares about Happy Feet.
That's not true.
It is.
How?
The leopard seal scene. Oh, people are saying I did as well. So there's something for you that you can bring up with him.
That's horrible.
He'll be like, who told you that?
At least I should be scared of this shit. This shit was scary. Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion. I think horror movies shouldn't exist.
I think horror movies shouldn't exist either.
Or they should be like, it should be like relegated to like porn websites, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you really want to see something that scares you, go somewhere special to do it. Don't put it in between all the other things.
I got so pissed off. I was watching a horror movie the other day called Pearl. It's about a girl.
The neo-Nazi girl.
She's not neo. Pearl. Her parents are German. Thank you for 5 gifted subs.
Paramelon 7.
I watched Pearl, and it was a good movie, but it was very kind of gory, like horror, where you saw close up footage of someone's head getting cut off. But then there's a scene where she's in the bath. Don't show her titties.
Really?
No. And I watched another horror movie. I watched Alien.
They want you to be scared.
I watched Alien, and it's like, why are we allowed to watch someone's head get cut off, but we can't see titties? It's fucking ridiculous.
You know what's the next step of that, though? Movies where you can see boobs and you just don't see a single penis.
No, I know.
I've seen one movie with a penis. It's Life of Brian.
Ewan McGregor one?
No, Life of Brian, Monty Python.
Ewan
That's
McGregor.
the only nudity in the movie as well. It's just when he opens the window and his dick's out.
Ewan McGregor. There's a movie with Ewan McGregor. Forgot the name, but he's with that girl. Who's the mean woman from Narnia? The White Witch. He's in bed with her, and she kind of pulls the covers off, and you just see his like little flaccid penis there.
That's so good because when you do see penises, they're always prosthetics. It's nice that he's using a real man's dick. You know. Takes a real man to show off his tiny
Borat.
dick.
Yeah, I guess there's dicks in Borat. I love a good cock shot.
I hate horror movies. It's so bad. It's just like, I understand from a creative perspective, I understand making something that scares people, something that's really uncomfortable to watch. Like, it's cool to like experiment and see how you do it, but it's just like, if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm not going to go to a restaurant that makes me the shittest, most disgusting meal they can. Like,
because it's different.
I appreciate that they've worked out how to do this, but it's not for restaurants. I'm not going to eat this. Are you crazy?
Grape Noodle said, I like Tarkovsky's Stalker. No, you didn't. No one likes that movie. I've tried 10 times to watch that fucking movie.
I fell asleep in the first 20 minutes.
I tried 10 times just to watch the opening 10 minutes. Yeah, no, horror it just makes you feel uncomfortable. But there's some good horror. Like, I really liked what was called The Witch. where it's
I love that movie.
spooky setting. I also like The Ritual. The Ritual was nice because it's not like super gory or scary, but it's more just like, whoa, cool fucking world with like, you know, like cool monster movies. I like monster movies. The A32 shit is pretty strong.
Hereditary is pretty good as well. I don't know.
Hereditary was disgusting.
Kind of shit. I liked that like the acting was good, so it felt a bit more like real people in a horror setting, but like it was pretty lame.
Well, everyone's giving us good horror suggestions now. Monster House.
The Witch is amazing.
The Witch was good. Love Hereditary and Midsommar. Hereditary was too disgusting for me. I don't like seeing little girls' head get cut off.
I don't get the disgusting stuff. I don't mind the gore. My issue is just like I get exhausted watching a character be terrified for that long. You know, I just don't like seeing someone suffer for a feature length period of time.
What about The Lighthouse? The Lighthouse wasn't a horror movie, was it? Or it was more like psychological.
What about RuPaul's
thriller.
Drag Race? Scared the crap out of me.
That scared me.
Yeah, come on.
Well.
Men shouldn't be dressing like that, you know what I'm saying?
The Lighthouse is you two. Who's Willem Dafoe in this situation? Woods Cryptid. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
As soon as we made a homophobic joke, Woods Cryptid comes in with the subs. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, who's who in Lighthouse? I want to know.
Monsters Inc. Amazing movie.
Oh, amazing.
That's such a good movie. Also a great anti-capitalist movie.
Yeah,
it's actually perfect. It's like company that profits off of making children terrified. And you know,
fear-mongering.
Yeah. And it's like not profitable enough to do it a different way.
Should we get into the news?
I guess
that's
so.
my news
I like
voice.
talking about spooky things.
No, spooky stuff's too spooky.
Other life update is
The Thing is peak horror. The Thing was a fucking. You watched The Thing?
No, what is it?
When I watched The Thing, I realized did The Thing come first or did Alien come first?
Oh, Alien was awesome. That's not horror, is it? That's like sci-fi.
Alien's horror.
Alien's awesome. I love Alien.
The Thing came first. The Thing kind of invented the whole premise of like Alien first. Well, they're both similar, but the idea of like someone's infected, you don't know who it is, and everyone's stuck together, which is what it's just the theme of
Cheaper by the Dozen.
Cheaper by the Dozen, but also of what's the imposter thing called?
Oh, Among Us.
Among Us. It's the theme of
They
Among
ripped
Us.
off Among Us.
They ripped off Among Us, you know? Alien 79, The Thing 1882.
79 is so nuts.
Yeah.
That's like an awesome movie. The only thing that makes it dated is that like their futuristic spaceship machines are like the screens aren't as cool as we have now. Like the capabilities are awesome, but the interface is like an Etch-a-Sketch. It's so funny.
I can talk about horror. I was in a horror movie. Have I showed this before? Talked about
Oh, you're in Little Penis.
I'm always in Little Penis, and that's not a horror movie. It's a good feel movie. So don't watch this movie. But it's not a very good movie. But no, Little Monsters. How do you spell Lapita?
Lapita
How do you spell Lapita?
I think it's Lu.
Oh, there's me. So I was in. Fuck, I don't know which one's me. They all have the same.
No, the one on the left, right?
It was this one or this one?
Your hair's not this curly. Oh.
No, but they put fucked up shit in our hair and they cut our hair. So I was in a zombie movie. And I had to wear prosthetics on my face. I get my head cut off, but then just before they do the scene where they cut my head off, they switch to a stunt actor. He gets his head cut off, and then I'm the one that's like lying there afterwards with his head cut off. So it's like, but that was the fucking sick thing.
Movies are weird.
Oh, actually, if we watch the trailer, we'll be able to see me.
Is that you? Man, how many streams are we just gonna be watching movies you were in? This is the last one.
This is the last movie I was in.
Must be something in the way.
Oh, is that you?
That's not me. Here, no, I'm in.
That's not you.
No, that's not me.
That's so much like you.
Yeah, no, we all had the same face put on us, Aleksa. That was me.
What?
This is me here, walking towards the rest of the zombies. This is me here as well,
you were
eating the... Wait,
God, that's so weird.
Assault
How do I go back to that?
zombies.
You gotta be really quick. Again.
Yeah, this is me here as well.
That just looks like you're on set. That doesn't even look like a movie. That just looks like you having lunch.
And this was really cool to be on because it was like actually a small budget movie. By small, I mean $8 million, but compared to other Hollywood ones. But it actually meant that when we're on set, I was hanging out with Lapita. And then in the drinks afterwards, like the rap party, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'll go talk to her. And I went up and I completely choked. I was so embarrassed. I like went red and like blank in my face. I could barely speak. I was like, hey, Lapita, you probably don't recognize me without my zombie mask on. And she was like, no, I remember you, Alex. And I was like, yeah. And I just started talking without knowing what I was saying. I was like, yeah, no. Because like, I thought like, I've usually got like a zombie mask on. I just repeated what I said. And she was like, oh yeah, well, really nice chatting to you. Have fun at the party. And I was like, it's great.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was very, very fun.
Well, now you're the big famous guy.
Yeah, more famous than the Peter.
You snooze, you lose with Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
You snooze. Are you more famous? No, you're not.
I'm not more. What are you talking about?
Okay, you said more famous.
I am not more famous than the Peter. The girl in Black Panther.
Black
Was
Panther
she in
like,
12 Years a Slave?
That was 5 years ago.
Okay, maybe she hasn't done anything. Yeah,
wait, you were on this movie when I was editing the haircut.
No, that was Pacific Rim.
That was Pacific Rim.
Yeah. She has an Oscar, though.
I don't want to.
I have a streamy.
And I have a Maui.
Which one, I ask you, which one's more prestigious?
You know how many people have Oscars?
Yeah, no one's got a Maui.
Actually, no one's got any of these things.
A Maui. You got to start doing that. Make a Chinese festival, award show, and give people Mauis.
I was looking up something. There's a Museum of Chinese Australians now opening.
Could I be in it?
Well, yeah, okay, I guess. So the BoyBoy law, we are Chinese Australians.
Yes.
I'd like to go. Everyone, meet and greet at the Museum of Chinese Australians. I don't actually know if it's up yet.
Aleksa's going to hate every Chinese Australian there is.
Why?
They're all going to be like, China should leave Hong Kong alone.
Yeah. Chinese Australian history. Museum of Chinese in Australia. Brand new museum. Of course I acknowledge. A new museum for Sydney. Coming soon. Well.
That wasn't a museum. That was a baby grabbing a man's face.
No, they're grabbing a bowl. On a Lazy Susan. I
saw a baby grabbing a man's face. What is this right here?
Aleksa is only friends with Alex for proximity to China. He is nowhere near China.
Well, I mean,
now,
I was born in China.
Technically,
I wasn't born in China. My parents were born in China.
Technically, I'm closer to China than he is. Right now.
Very good. I'm impressed. You got your directions.
Is that correct though?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think China's north, right?
Yeah, well, like north.
I somehow know Shen Yun is involved. You're definitely right, Amber.
5 billion years of Chinese history in Australia. Before the Communist Party, we were all Chinese here.